Now you have the shooting guard, the two. This position, um, this position, I'll probably say he's a force in offense. And what I mean by he's a force in offense, I'm not just talking about point. I'm talking about understanding what an offense is about, understanding how to find a way to accomplish the goal, which is put the basketball, the attention inside the rim. Find a way to accomplish that goal, whether he's the one doing it or he's the one facilitating for his teammate. I feel like a shooting guard could understand, could read a game and can end up giving his team a win, but he end up maybe with 5 points. And another night, still read the game and end up with 40 or 50. Another night, end up with like, I don't know. Like what I'm trying to say is the shooting guard, when I say an offensive force, he got to be the type of player that everybody needs, kind of like feel like when he's on the court, his offensive energy is off the roof. Where they're like, and I'm talking about not scoring. I'm not just talking about scoring. I'm talking about impacting his teammates. You know, impacting his teammate, whether the pass, whether like a guy, I won't say not selfish. That's too cliche. And that's like not. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking more like understanding the situation, when to score, when to make the right pass to your teammate, so when to get maybe teammate more involved in the game. Like understand that it's not about you, the star, the scorer. It's about you guys winning the game, us winning the game. You know, winning the game, or actually execute. Because again, I'll talk about that in the other video, because the philosophy behind the style of playing is not about playing the score. It's not the score. The guys don't play the score. They play coming down, execute offensively, accomplish the execution, which is see the basketball go inside the rim. Going down defensively, execute defensively, and the accomplishment is to get a stop. Now, that's what we play. That's the game we play. Now we're counting the coming down, scoring, coming down, getting a stop. Or coming down, not scoring, coming down, being scored on, coming down, not scoring, coming down, coming up, not scoring, coming down, getting the stop. That's the game. We play that game. We don't play the score. We don't play the moment. We don't play the we up. We up 10, so let's do this. Let's make this change. We don't play that. We play the execution game. So we've practiced the execution of coming down and scoring and coming up and scoring and coming back down defense and getting a stop. So if we add that up, if we have more coming down scoring and coming up scoring and coming down stopping, if we have more scoring and stop than them scoring, we win the game. Again, that's just kind of like, it might sound confusing for now, but I'll talk about that later on. You don't play the game. You don't play the score. You play the execution. So for us, whoever is better ready as far as execution, win the game. Regardless, we win the game. So again, I feel like my shooting guard got to understand. My shooting guard is the guy who could do everything. He could do everything. He's not a guy who, I haven't shot the whole quarter, so this fourth quarter I might be cold. I might not hit those shots. He is a scorer. He's in it. He might spend the whole game, make sure, from a game plan standpoint, he might spend the whole game making sure that his teammates are getting the shots up the entire game, and then takes off the last 4 or 5 minutes of the fourth quarter and still kills it. Or maybe doesn't score this game. Understand that maybe it's not about him scoring this game. It's about his teammate and he could kill the team more, like making passes. That's what I feel like a shooting guard is. We kind of got carried on with the Michael Jordan, the Allen Iverson, the Kobe Bryant, and obviously those guys are great. And I believe, like I said, a lot of things I'm going to say here, you don't have to agree with it. Some players probably going to think I'm crazy, but I watched the game for a long time, and when it comes down to like winning, there has to be some adjustments, because a lot of those stars, a lot of those scorers, especially shooting guards, when you look deep down, a lot of those scorers play a lot of minutes, and At some point, you have to take something eventually eat for your body, whether it's vitamins, whether it's whatever it is, you have to take something so you could keep up with those minutes, so you could keep up with the scoring. And it's a lot of load, especially when you get to the playoffs. I mean, you could watch the final Golden State Cavs. You look at LeBron, and he's looking at his teammates. It's like, damn, we ain't winning this shit. Now, I'm not talking about the year they won. I'm talking about the other years. It's like you look at your teammate, and he was tired. LeBron was exhausted, man. LeBron was exhausted. You could see it. Game one, man, 82 games is a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of load on one player. And that's all I'm saying is like you have to make the players understand that your star, whoever it is, understanding that it's a team game. And if we could play everybody, another thing is in that system, all 15 players do play. All 15 players. So I will talk about that later on. But again, I feel like that's the shooting guard. He's a force. He's a 90% force scorer. He could post up. He could do it all. He could do it all, pass, and he's just great. I'm talking about the Kobe Bryant, the Allen Iverson, Michael Jordan. Those guys are just the LeBron, because I feel like LeBron is it too. So yeah, for me, I feel like that's the shooting guard, the guy who understands the offensive, who understands the offense in a very, very, very smart way, not just on the scoring standpoint, but very, very smart way. How to win, how to help his teammate accomplish the goal, which is put the ball inside the rim.